Hey, what is up, guys? I got some, playthroughs or whatever with the Mythic roller deck that I put up a little bit ago. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started here. So let's see. I'm playing against some kind of dragon deck. I honestly don't really know what kind of deck this guy's doing, but obviously he's gonna be one of these 5-head. So he has the Dragon's Mirror. So anyway, I go first turn Fieldgran, set a few cards, which most people don't see in dragon decks, so it kind of throws them off. But he's grabbing the Maiden and plays cards. Tries to creature swap. I want to say one thing right here. You notice that he tried this creature swap to try to take my Fieldgran. And a lot of people would think, well, why don't you just use Fieldgran's effect to make himself unaffected? Well, creature swap does not target the monster, it targets the player. Therefore, if I did that, I would just waste a material on Fieldgran and he would still get the swap. So instead, I composed, striking back to his hand so that he then had no monster to swap with, so the card didn't get its effect. So next time you see this, just know the creature swap does not target the monster, it targets the player. A big mistake that a lot of people make is that if he tries to prism, I use Fieldgran's effect, I say no, and then go through with the attack. So now it's his turn. Ooh. Sorry guys, I'm kind of tired today. Silver Sky, bring out the blue eyes. And just in case he had anything, went ahead and Royal Decree. Fieldgran to negate, Maiden's effect, he doesn't get it off. And attack with 5-head, and of course he quits before 5-head can go through. Because 5-head is just too beefy, man. Too big. Too awesome. Alright, next we are going to be playing against Cyber Dragons. One thing I like to point out, he does happen to have a Heavy Storm in his hand. He doesn't use it this game, but makes me, I don't know how some people can get through on the thing. I know that if I have like a banned card in my deck, it won't let me onto like the multiplayer thing. But apparently some people can get through. I don't know what that has to do with, I don't know if OCG doesn't have Heavy Storm ban or something like that. That might have something to do with it. But yeah, if y'all know why that is, just let me know. I mean, I'm not really too big. Like, I don't really get too mad if someone has banned cards. I do think they kind of have an advantage by doing that. But yeah, no, I take it as more of a, I guess, challenge than anything. It doesn't really bother me. It just something else to do. Now, I did go for Stardust here instead of Fieldgran because I wanted to see if he had anything just to try to get rid of stuff. And I kind of don't want him to know I already had the Fieldgran play in my hand yet, in case he knows my deck. Now, this is where I kind of figure out whether he's doing Cyber Dragons or some people like to just use Cyber Dragon in general. But with all the Cyber support, I kind of figured it was most likely a Cyber Dragon deck. He just sets a few cards and does his thing. I Royal Decree so that Stardust can attack and Fieldgran can go crazy. And there he ends because he drew Power Bond and he just couldn't really do anything at that point. So on to the next duel. We are playing against Noble Knights. This is a deck that I don't really know a lot about, that I need to do some more research on. That way I can know how to stop it easier. I know that once they have their quit spells on their people, it's almost impossible to stop them, which is why I just composted his boars there. And then he torrentials. I chain Royal Decree, getting off some attacks, and then go straight into Azorize. Let him go. Now he's gonna play boars again, so he's gonna go into a Eggsy and do that. I don't know if he just didn't know Azorize's effect or what he was thinking. But needless to say, I got rid of him and did that. Or maybe he was just planning on that Dark Hole being there and then being able to do that. I don't know. But I don't really know if me doing this was a smart move, imitating that than Dark Holing, but I just feel like it was needed. And he drew Valor, so there wasn't much he could do from there, so he just quit. Anyway, we got one more replay. This is against Mermails. Now, I've played against a lot of Mermail decks on here. I do expect Sphere every single time on every face down. But this guy, I don't see him a lot of Mermails, which I looked through his deck, and I'll kind of show y'all. It's different. Different than your average Mermail deck. The whole time during this duel, I'm kind of expecting heavy infantry to blow up my monsters, but as you can see, he doesn't even run heavy infantry or marksman. So I don't know. I guess he just didn't like the Atlanteans or whatever. But I mean, I don't know. I was very confused throughout this whole duo because you'll see I get that out and have debris. So I'm definitely gonna go ahead and go for Star Eater. And Star Eater usually doesn't last longer than a turn or two. So here I found out it's Mermail, so the whole time I'm gonna be expecting infantry. Of course, I let him go into all that just so I can compulse whatever. I expect him to go into Draco, but he didn't. Either way, I compulsed. MST face down, not thinking that of another Sphere. I don't know. I guess I thought since he already used a Sphere, there was no way he'd have a second one that easy. But messed up there. But it's okay. Now I did Crimson first because I didn't know if Crimson would stop land or not if attack lands with Crimson Blader. But if someone knows, please let me know. He still was able to get out lead with Gun's effect. He tries the Bottomless, I say no. And do some more damage. And surprise, surprise, this guy shows up. Freaking 4,500. I was like, what? What? This is where I was just like, where did this card come from? I've thought about running this in Mermails before because I know I do have this card and I know about it, but it's just I don't ever get the chance to tribute. It's too slow for me. Plus I would much rather use my guns and infantries and stuff to take care of stuff. But you know, he's gonna swing with Big Beefy here onto Felgrand. Now I did check his extra deck and he runs at Felgrand. So maybe he just didn't think of the fact that Felgrand can negate his effect. Or maybe he thought that his attack would go through before Felgrand did. I don't know. But I mean, this card here was a surprise, big time for me. But he runs a Felgrand, so I don't know if he's net decking this or just doesn't use Felgrand a lot. I don't know why he has Felgrand. I don't know what level 8s he has, but yeah, that's that duel. And you know what? I'll go ahead and show you this one. I put not really sure on this one because I'm not really sure what kind of deck this is. He went. That's right. I almost forgot why I had this because of Kaiser. I wanted Kaiser so big this format is ridiculous. So I decided to. I was hoping I'd find a Bujin match or something, but I couldn't find one. I'm trying to draw out these bottomless trap holes and stuff. Trying to get around Kaiser, and then here I was able to get around it. It's because Kaiser's not that big of a problem in this deck. Unless they're running Bujins, then you're not going to have too much trouble with Kaiser. The only reason you'd have trouble with Bujins is because of Crane. Crane's going to be able to get over Blue Eyes and stuff like that. But yeah, let's make Blue Eyes. Alright, I have no idea what this card does, but I was like, I don't know, but it's targeting me, so I'm going to say no to it. And try to attack the game, and I was able to get through. And question marks for days. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. That is the Mythic Rulers. I guess I can, let's see if I can pull it up real fast for y'all. Here's the deck if you want to pause the video and I guess kind of build the deck yourself if you want to. I don't have a side in here yet. I haven't really worked on it much really. But I'll leave that for y'all to have fun with. I mean, side really matters on where you're playing and what decks you're expecting anyway. So thank you guys, and stay awesome. Bye.